Yeah, I agree. What did you think about the hoaxed off gas price that we saw yesterday?
Just blatant exercise and opportunism and greed. They, as you say, this fuel was already in the ground. If it's not paid for, it was agreed at a certain price, which I'm sure was well below the 365 that it was going for previously. So this was just that one fellow called in. He mentioned that the public brought it on themselves with their long gas. And my argument there would be, wait a minute, if they had raised the price even more, if they had raised the price, for example, to $6, the lines would have even been longer because people are panicking. Then they're going to think, well, I better grab it at 6 because maybe it's going to go for 7 or 8. So the gas stations instigated this rush on the fuel. It wasn't the public's fault. They instigated it. In fact, the more they raise it, the more panic they're going to create, and in turn, more money they make. It's a self-perpetuating thing.
And we've said here, and I think this is so ironic, if they give us some $5 a gallon gas, we'll love 4. If they give us some $6 a gallon gas, we'll love 5. You know?
Yeah. It's all relative, and they make reference to the gas being $6 or $7 a gallon in Great Britain and the European countries. But what they're not telling you, their taxes are much lower than ours. Their income tax and everything else is much lower because there's a portion. The British government makes it public to the people that they are in fact paying $4 a gallon for gas, and then the additional $2 to bring it up to 6 is for social programs, mainly health care. I think if you caught a guy down the gas station putting $4 a gallon gas in his car, and he said, "Hey, how would you like health care for $2 a gallon more?" He'd say, "Man, I'll grab that deal."
Sir, what is your perspective on our nation's heroes, our first responders, not being able to put food on their table or buy medication, or some of them actually even being foreclosed upon, while our country just hands out billions to other countries?
This is an absolute disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. It's an embarrassment. This is not the kind of thing that we can allow. You have to take care of your own. Same with disabled American veterans. These other veterans organizations. Ask anybody that goes to the VA hospital. They are not carrying the ball like they should. It seems their primary goal is just to protect their corporate cronies, not anything to do with the public. And this thing with the privatization of highways, bridges, you'll be getting on a highway and paying a toll. From what I understand, there's some company in Spain that owns some big toll road already. I guess up north somewhere, and you're going to be paying a toll to the Arabs or the Spanish or somebody else to use a road. They're selling all this stuff off. It's like a national garage sale.
Paying a toll on a road that we already paid for.
Exactly. Yeah. That's right. That's right. I guess all they've got to do is put up the toll booths and fill in a few potholes and start making money.
It's unbelievable. Well, I want to thank you for calling today. Is there anything else you'd like to add today?
No. Appreciate the job you guys are doing, and you have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. Bye.
I wanted to report this. I've actually brought it for 3 weeks, and if I don't report it today, it's going to be old news because it's happening right now. And the law school plans to try Bush for war crimes prosecution. A conference to plan the prosecution of President Bush and other high administration officials for war crimes will be held September 13th at the Massachusetts School of Law at Andover. This is not intended to be a mere discussion of violations of the law that have occurred, said conveyor Lawrence Velvel, dean and co-founder of the school. It is rather intended to be a planning conference at which plans will be laid and necessary organizational structures set up to pursue the guilty as long as necessary, if need be, to the ends of the earth. So that's going on right now as we speak at the Massachusetts School of Law. I thought that was very interesting. And I'm going to turn to Brian. Give us the quote of the week, if you would.
A nation that does not honor its heroes will not long endure. Abraham Lincoln, and I think that's very relevant for our program today.
I do too, and there was a short video by President Kennedy that I wanted to play because we had been talking about secret societies and this and that, and if you would, Brian, go ahead and lead us into that today.
This is a speech by John F. Kennedy, April 27th, 1961. It's entitled The President and the Press. This is a speech he gave at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York to the American Publishers and Newspaper Association. Just listen very carefully to what the president is practically begging both the press and the American people to do here.
And again, this speech was 2 years prior to his assassination, and it is on our website, therealnewsradio.com, on our featured videos to the left. And
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no secret is revealed. That is why the Athenian lawmaker Solon decreed it a crime for any citizen to shrink from controversy. I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
I thought that was a very good speech that President Kennedy made that I had never heard growing up, and it's on our YouTube. It's on our YouTube channel on our website right now. If you'd like to go to it, again, send us videos. We might put them on our website. Send us email suggestions. Next week, again, our guest is going to be Kay Hagan, Democratic candidate for Senate. If you've got questions you'd like for us to ask her, be happy to do so. We're also going to have Virginia Fox coming up, and we got a phone call. Hey, you're on the Real News.
Hey, Farron. This is Al. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I just had to throw my 2 cents in this morning. That right there, that speech by John Kennedy is what cost him his life. America needs to wake up. And jumping back to your gas thing, I was hauling it back in 71 or 72, whenever they had that so-called gas shortage where people were standing in line poking one another in the nose and all this type of stuff. And I promise you there was no gas shortage. They're taking us to the cleaners. They've been doing it ever since before then. And people in America just cannot get a hold of it and can't wake up. I don't know what to say or do to get them shook up. But we need to turn this country around. We need to start on it right now. We all need to band together and do this. Just parking your car and not driving is not going to do it. We need to get together and organize and band together, stay strong, put these bureaucrats in their place. And if we can't put them in their place, throw them out from up there physically is what it's going to take. Well, I just had to throw my 2 cents in there, but I really appreciate what you and Brian are doing, and just keep up the good work.
Well, thank you very much.
Have a great day.